What's up, everybody? My name is Javis, and today we're going to talk about something a little personal, and that's my story of how I got to my D1 school, Portland State. So, exciting stuff. Let's just get into it, cue intro. So basically, guys, when I made this YouTube channel, I did it so that I could help you guys and so that I could use my own story. In fact, my own story is kind of what made me want to create this YouTube channel, so that you guys would have a way to see what I did and hopefully not redo what I did. So in spite of that, let's get into my own story and how I got to where I am at Portland State University. Now, coming out of high school, I didn't really have a whole lot of interest for many colleges my senior year, despite I got team MVP, which, for some people is a really big accomplishment. I just wanted to go play football. I wanted to play football at a college. I wasn't really getting a whole lot of offers or anything. I didn't have any offers, to be honest with you guys. The only offer that I had was a preferred walk-on to the University of Oregon. Now, a lot of you will probably ask, Jackson, why didn't you take that? And my answer to you would be, I simply didn't want to get lost in the wash, if that makes sense. I didn't want to just be a scout body. I wanted to have a chance to thrive and to be my own player instead of going somewhere and playing a position that they wanted me to play that I, in all honesty, didn't want to play. So what I did was I ended up going to junior college. I went to College of the Siskiyous in Weed, California. That was a good choice on my part, I feel. So I went there fall of 2015. When I got there, we went into fall camp. I immediately started competing with the starting spot. It's exactly what I wanted. At the end of camp, I was able to secure the starting spot, which was awesome for me. I was very proud of myself because honestly, I was expecting not to be able to accomplish that so quickly. So to do that was a big jump, a big leap in my career for me and my confidence as a player. And when I got to Siskiyous, in high school, I wasn't all that smart with football. I was just a football player. I saw the quarterback, I went tackle him, I got the ball, and I ran. I didn't really think about a whole lot, but when I got to Siskiyous, I developed a whole lot more as a player, and because of that, I started learning coverages, started learning how to read the safeties when they move on the play, how the coverages are disguised, and stuff like that. So I just was able to become a much smarter football player, and because of that, I'm very happy with my decision. Now, after my second year at Siskiyous, I again didn't have a whole lot of love from a lot of D1s that I wanted, but I did manage to get a few D2 offers. I think about seven from around the country. So I'm not stupid. I ended up taking a D2 offer that pretty much paid for me to play football and paid for me to go to school at a D2 in Virginia called Virginia Union University. It's an HBCU in Richmond. Ray, Chad, Jeff D, Jay, JC, Hurst, I met a lot of great people. You guys obviously don't know them. Anyways, when I got there, I was having a great time. Moved in with my roommate. We still talk today. He's a personal trainer and he helps me a lot still. So that's pretty cool. But back to the point. On my fourth day of fall camp there, I managed to work my way up the ladder as far as how many reps I got. And whether I was first string, second string, I ended up working my way up to second string because there was like 5 tight ends there. And I was able to come in as the new guy, still learning the offense, and be able to get first and second string reps. So that's pretty cool. But on my fourth day of camp, I did end up tearing my ACL and meniscus, and that took me out for the rest of the season, which that had never happened to me before. I'm 3,000 miles away from home. It was pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. So after that happened, I started going to physical therapy every single day that I could. It was hard getting around. I didn't have a car. My roommate didn't have a car. So just getting groceries was a little bit difficult. Luckily, there was good people there to take care of me. I'm very happy about that. Now, come the end of the season, my coach, honestly, I can't remember, but he either left the job or he got fired. It's one or the other. I didn't really listen to the specifics. But after that happened, I was pretty set already on going home because to be honest with you guys, I wasn't that happy. I was 3,000 miles away from home, not having someone there that you really know. Like, I love my friends there, but someone that you really know, like my mom, brother, not having someone there to help me get me where I need to go, and I just wasn't in a good mental space, if that makes sense. And because of that, I did decide to transfer home. On to my third college, I go to Oregon State University just as a student while trying to rehab my knee and figure out what I wanted to do with football, because I wasn't ready to give up football yet. So after I got into Oregon State University, I found a great place and a great trainer to continue rehabbing my knee and get me back to where I wanted to go for as a football player and where I wanted to be. And he helped me, so that was great. But I did hit a roadblock. I did try and talk to the Oregon State staff to try and get on the team, whether it be a walk-on or anything, but they did not feel it was the right time. Also, taking a player with 2 years of eligibility left who's recovering from an ACL injury isn't exactly the most favored upon situation, so it was pretty hard going in. Now, come July, I actually managed to get in contact with a coach at Portland State University. And this coach was a very good coach. He was very nice. One of the best coaches I've had, bar none. He decided to give me a chance. He decided to let me walk onto his team. That was Bruce Barnum. So I managed to actually do that. I was very happy. I was juiced, to be honest. I was so happy I was able to move back to my hometown and walk on to the team. Now, when I got to the team, it wasn't a fairy tale ending immediately. I wanted to play, basically, but because I had already been to all these other universities, I had to sit out a year. But all while doing that, I was trying to get my eligibility back for that year, sending in waivers, sending in whatever I could to the NCAA. Now, none of that really came to fruition, which does suck, but I was able to develop more as a player, a more rounded player, one that could run routes, catch the ball, and block efficiently. All the stuff I had been doing, but I got to practice it even a little bit more on scout team. So I sat on scout team for about a year. I helped our defense get to where they needed to go, and because of that, we were actually able to do a lot of things. We beat Montana at their home stadium for the first time, I think, in a long time, if not ever. I don't have the exact history on my top of my head. So after that, we were able to go into spring ball, and I was about 4th, 5th on Portland State's tight end depth chart. That wasn't where I wanted to be, obviously. Going into my senior year, I managed to actually work my way up through spring ball. I just put my head down and I worked, and I continued trying to be a better blocker, because blocking's always been what I'm pretty good at, but I wanted to be better, and that was important to me. I got to be a better blocker. I got to be a better pass catcher, as minimal as that was, but I was able to do that. I eventually worked my way up to, I think, 3rd at the end of spring ball. Where I made my big shot was during the spring games. I was able to show that I was a decent blocker and someone that you wanted on the field. And because of that, Barnum, our head coach, was able to see that, and I'm very thankful for that. Come fall ball, my senior year, I wanted to play, obviously, but unfortunately, I wasn't very high in the depth chart. I was probably 3rd still, around that, maybe 4th. But through hard work, determination, I was eventually able to get into our 2nd string role. After only playing on special teams for the first game, I played for the full year, and that's pretty great for me, and I'm pretty happy because I was able to get significant playing time because we use a few tight ends in our game. So in our offensive scheme, I was very happy I was able to get that much playing time, and I feel very lucky. Now, during the season, I was having trouble paying for school. I had to work a lot before the season so that I would have money to pay for all the time that I wasn't working. I worked my butt off, and I think someone on the staff recognized it. I actually was able to earn a scholarship to Portland State University, a full ride.
But you need to know in life when you do things right, and you just keep working, keep grinding, good things happen. You still have some school left. I got a scholarship for you, Jackson.
Which was a dream come true for me. It was my senior year. I know you hear all these stories, but just experiencing it, let me tell you, is one thing that I don't think I'll ever get over. Because it was awesome. It was in front of everybody, and the rest of my school is paid for. I'm graduating this spring because of it, and my life has been set up because of it, and now I'm able to share this experience with all of you. Because of it, hopefully you guys can get something from this. Hopefully you guys can find a way to understand what it takes to get to where you want to get. There was a time when I didn't know if I was going to play football again. When I was at Oregon State with a bum knee at the time, I didn't know, and that was very, very scary, to be honest with you guys. But I just kept working out 5 days a week. I kept rehabbing my knee. I kept trying to get stronger, get better, and an opportunity presented itself, and I took it. There's not much else to it than that, and it's a very interesting thing life is. So hopefully you guys can get something from this. I don't know if this video was a bit longer than what is normal for people, but I decided I wanted to share this, and because of that, you guys are able to see this, and hopefully you get something from this. If you like this content, smash that like button, subscribe if you love it, hit that bell button if you don't want to miss a update, all that stuff. All right, thanks guys.